Hello everyone, it's Tech Guy back with another video on the newly announced Moto Z Force that Moto just announced today. So let's look at the shattering limitations that this device has to offer. Now, as we know, the Moto Z Force devices have a shatterproof display, which is Motorola shatterproof design, which was something we've seen on the Moto Z Force from last year, and Motorola has continued that trend by bringing it to the Moto Z2 Force. Now, for pricing and availability, I can confirm that pricing will start for pre-orders currently at $33.33 a month, or you can get it with right now on pre-order for $799.99 or $800 basically, plus a free projector motor mod rebate. And it's also available on AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, and many other networks, and will start shipping from August 10th. So those are availability and pricing that you need to know. Now, the Moto Z2 Force edition has something a bit new but very familiar. But first of all, it has motor mods, and also today it was announced with a Moto 360 camera mod alongside with the Moto Z2 Force. And there are many other new mods like the Moto Gamepad mod, and it's compatible with many previous mods like the JBL speakers, the projector, the Hasselblad camera mod, and so forth. But let's get into everything of the features. Now, the shatterproof design is that your screen is guaranteed not to crack or shatter under certain pressures, and it has a unibody design crafted from a 7000 series aluminum, which also enhances its durability. And for performance wise, it will come with the latest Snapdragon processor from Qualcomm, plus also having data speeds for large files, and also it even has Ultra HD pages to load without lag. So this is what it claims, that even on Ultra HD it can load pages without lag. So it has Ultra HD support, and plus with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 you have less delays also. And for experiences, you have experiences such as the shortcuts with Moto, like Moto features. You have features such as the fingerprint sensor, which can now double as a home button, which was something that the previous Moto Z Force did not offer. So the difference between this Moto Z2 Force and the previous one is that the fingerprint sensor can double as a home button with the one navigation feature that Moto has introduced to the devices this year. And also, one very new thing to see on Moto's phones is that for the first time ever that they bring in dual camera sensors to the phone, and the Moto Z2 Force has two 12 megapixel rear camera sensors with enhanced real-time controls and video capture also. It has selective focus, whereas too you can select your aperture and your focus points also, and you have selective black and white also, whereas you can change the image background and foreground color black white, kind of like the splash feature. And also you have real-time control over your ISO, your focal length, your focus points, and also your lighting conditions. And now let's head on over to the full specifications. The OS, it will be powered by the latest Android 7.1.1 Nougat, and for architecture it's going to be powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 octa-core processor with a capacity of 2.35 GHz, and the GPU will be Adreno 540 GPU, and a natural language processor with contextual computing built in. For RAM, it will have a capacity of 4 gigs of RAM, and for storage of RAM, you have 64 gigs of internal memory and up to 2 terabytes of micro SD card support. Dimensions include 6.1 millimeters of thickness, which is slightly thicker from last year's one, whereas it now, and I say it now features a headphone jack. So it's 6.1 millimeters thickness. Motorola decided that, hey, let's put back the headphone jack, something most of our customers missed from last year's Moto Z. And it also has a width of 155.8 millimeters and a height of 76 millimeters, and weight will be about 143 grams. The display will be in a size of 5.5 inches. It will be a Quad HD with 1440p resolution with pixels varying by 1440 by 2560, and the display will be a POLED chassis display also. For battery capacity, it will have a capacity of 2,730 mAh, which claims to give you all day battery life. It may not sound like a lot, but if with good optimization, it can be enough battery to take you through the day. Plus, for charging, it has 15 Wh turbo charging for hours in just minutes, and it has water pellet nano coating, and it supports network bands for 4G LTE to CDMA also, and across brands such as Verizon, Sprint, and you even have GSM unlocked network support for networks such as AT&T and T-Mobile. It will use a dual nano SIM SD card slot and will have Bluetooth 4.2, and also it says here that Motorola will be bringing Bluetooth 5 when Android 8 or Android O ships. So whenever Android O releases an update, it will also come with Bluetooth 5.0 package, and it also has Wi-Fi 802.11 8GBN with 5 GHz with MIMO. So it will have fingerprint sensor, accelerometer sensor, ambient light sensor, gyroscope, magnetometer, barometer sensor, proximity sensor, audiometer, and ultrasonic. The rear camera is a dual 12 megapixel IMX386 sensor with 1 bare and 1 clear with f2.0 aperture and 1.25 million pixels. It has dead detection and many other features in professional mode and phase detection autofocus. Video capture varies with 480p at 30 fps, 720p with up to 120 frames per second, 1080p at 30 fps, and 4K with support for up to 30 frames per second. The front camera, however, is 5 megapixels, which may not sound like a lot for the camera, but it's wide-angled lens with 85 degrees and an f2.0 aperture, and it also have a front flash with night mode also for low light pictures. It has the Moto Mods connector. It has USB Type-C for headphones, charging and data transfer, plus, I repeat again, a 3.5mm to USB Type-C headphone jack adapter included. So there's no headphone jack. Sorry, I lied. I told a big lie. There's no headphone jack. I'm sorry, folks. There's no headphone jack. I'm sorry I lied to you. I had my hopes up. But it's just a downgrade. But it does not have FM radio, sadly, and the speakers and microphones will be front-ported loudspeaker with 3 mix also. It has NFC also, and video playback will vary with 1080p at 60 frames, which is the difference between camera capture. It has AGPS and will come in 3 colors: Super Black, Fine Gold, Lunar Grey, which will be a T-Mobile exclusive. So the Lunar Grey color will be exclusive to T-Mobile and compatible with every existed Moto mod currently. And so that is it. Keep Auto Tech Guys signing out with the full features and specs. overview of the Moto Z Force. Tell me what you guys think about this phone, if it will live up to the hype, and if Motorola would have done better, or if they would have made any mistakes, or would they have fixed mistakes from the past Moto Z phones. Let me guys know. See you guys in the next.
It's delicious.